I'm Neil Mickles from Carmody Groarke Architects, and I was project architect on the Hill House box. The Hill House box is a project which for the National Trust for Scotland and protects one of Charles Rennie Mackintosh's most seminal works, a house just to the north west of Glasgow, and it creates a large drying shed box over the top of the house to help the building dry out before some conservation and repair works are undertaken. The project came about through an invited competition from the National Trust to create an enclosure to protect the building, and we came up with the idea of not only protecting the building but allowing it to dry out and creating a visitor experience at the same time. So as you can see in the photographs, there are a number of walkways that go around the Hill House through the big box to allow people to walk over and around the house and see it drying out, and also then in the future seeing it be conserved and looked after and repaired over the next 5 to 10 years. What's important about these historic buildings, the Hill House, is that people both want to see them from afar and also up close. And I think one thing that somebody could have done is put a big hoarding around the house, and for them a number of years no one would be able to see it. And what we've done is, by creating a very light skeletal skeleton around the house and then draping a chainmail mesh over it, is that while the house is protected from rain and allowed to dry out, you can still see views in and out. So that was really important to us. How do you achieve views but also allow air to flow through the structure? And then in addition to that, it was about how do you wrap the house in the most efficient form so we don't create something too big. How do we protect the historic gardens, which are also listed, and have the lightest impact possible? So that's created a plan form that is quite tight around the house, that still allows vehicles and construction traffic to access and repair the building. The Hill House itself is on the outside is finished in a render that is what's also causing its decay. The use of cement and concrete there has, over the years, has meant it's got very wet and it's damaged. And I think we wanted a counterpoint to that architecture, so something that was quite light, and as I said earlier, sort of this visibility through it. So using the most efficient structural technique we could, steel was the most appropriate solution. We worked with Price & Myers engineers to design the structural solution around the box. So steel felt very natural. The chainmail, again, made from steel, allowing air through it. And then the roof, again, sort of a singular idea there, where we have, again, a steel roof. And I think what we liked in the architecture of steel is that it's got patina, it's got marks in it, and galvanizing then is a natural process that creates quite an interesting non-polished finish, as it were. It's not painted, it's got more articulation, it's got more uniqueness to it, and also it's very robust for the driving Scottish rain. We're on the banks of the Clyde, just up a hill, so it's very, very adverse weather. So we wanted a material then that's very strong, it's very robust, and galvanizing therefore seemed like the obvious and correct solution, but also gives the building some unique identity. So all of the structure then is galvanized steel. We have the galvanized roof, and then we have the chainmail steel facade around. So there's a sort of pragmatic but also architectural identity and language idea that has allowed us to create something from the galvanized steel.